Everyone, myself Juveria Siddiqa, lecturer in zoology, MGS Government Degree College, Mahbubnagar. In this module, I am going to discuss about the continuation part of endocrinology, that is the hormonal control of ovarian and the endometrial cycle. In the previous module, I discussed about the ovarian cycle, and now in this session, we are going to discuss about the endometrial cycle. Ovarian cycle is completed. Now see what is the endometrial cycle. As we know, the endometrium is nothing but it is the internal lining of the uterus. The internal lining of the uterus is called as the endometrium. So how it is changing, if the implantation will be take place, if the fertilization will be take place, or the how the embryo developed, how the changes of the this endometrium will be take place. We are going to understand about this topic. Now see the endometrial cycle. The reflects from the hormonal changes during the ovarian cycle. It averages for 28 days. As we know, the reproductive cycle is totally consist of 28 days. First from 1 to 14th day, that is the ovarian cycle, the development of the follicles, the how the growth of the oocytes, that all the phases will be take place from the 1 to 14th day. But after the 14th day, from the 28th day, another 14th day, this endometrial cycle will be start. The cycle consists of again 3 phases. As such, we discuss about the ovarian cycle. It consists of 2 phases. One is the ovarian phase or the follicular phase. The another one is the luteal phase, the hormonal phase. But here in the endometrial cycle, we are going to see the 3 phases. The first one is about the menstrual phase, the proliferative phase, and the secretion or the secretory or the progestational phase. Means here the production of the progesterone hormone will be take place. So basically the endometrial cycle is consist of 3 phases. First one, menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and the secretory or the progestational phase or the secretion of the progesterone hormone. What is the menstrual phase? In this phase, there is a decreased level of estrogen and progesterone. Uterine lining is shed from 5 to 7 days. See, the endometrial cycle, the first stage of endometrial cycle from the 14th day of the reproductive cycle to the 28th day. So from the first 5 to 7 days, means the first half, or you can say the first week of that cycle, from the 5 to 7 days, what happened here, the hormonal regulation will be at the level of estrogen. Which hormone here? That is the estrogen, and the progesterone will be less, or it is decreased in the level. As such, the uterine lining is going to be shed. That is the menstrual phase. What is the proliferative phase? Increased level of estrogen. So in this menstruation, the decreased level of both the hormones like estrogen and the another one is the progesterone, that is the 2 hormones will become decreased. But in the proliferative in the sense to has to increase. So the meaning of the proliferation means to increase the quantity or to increase the number. So here what is increasing? Here is increasing the level of estrogen, and endometrium is renewed to become regenerate, or you can say to become the regrowth or to renew. This meaning of this renewed in the preparation of possible pregnancy. If the fertilization will be take place, the union of the male and female reproductive cells will be take place. As a result, it leads the possible pregnancy. So secretory phase. So that is the third one. What is the secretory phase? Increase the level of progesterone, endometrium is developed. The phase coincides with the luteal phase. So see, after once it is the end up with the secretory phase, again the next phase, what is the next phase? That is the luteal phase is going to be start, and then that luteal phase again coincides with the ovarian or the follicular phase. After the formation of the follicles, again the menstrual phase, again the proliferative phase, again the secretory phase. So as such, throughout these 28 days, these total the cycles will be changes from the ovarian cycle phase, from the endometrial cycle phase, and it also leads to the different stages, to the different phases regarding to this endometrial phase, endometrial cycles. So in the endometrial cycle, the first phase is the menstruation phase, which is start or which carry out from the 5 days to the 7th day. After that, the proliferative phase, the increasing the hormonal secretions or the level of the hormonal secretions, that will be the estrogen. As a result, the endometrial lining become thickens. And then the secretory phase, where the increased level of another hormone like the progesterone, and endometrium is developed here. The phase coincides with the luteal phase. The another phase of that, or the primary phase of that, you can say the ovarian cycle. So what are the stages, what are the changes which are carried out throughout the menstruation phase? See, it is carried out by the characterized by discharge of blood of the endometrial debris from the vagina. And the first day of menstruation is coincide, that is the considered start of new cycle. So where from we have to count this cycle? This is the first day of this endometrial cycle, from where the new cycle is going to be begin, and it coincides with the end of the ovarian luteal phase and onset of follicular phase. It is end up with the luteal phase and begin, onset in the sense beginning of the another follicular phase, triggered by decrease in estrogen and the progesterone. Hormones decrease when the corpus luteum degenerates. As such, I explained about the corpus luteum, which is the another the follicular, the developed follicular stage is there. If the fertilization is take place, then it will be going to continue. If the fertilization is not take place, it is going to be break or the degenerates. Release of uterine prostaglandins causes the vasoconstriction of endometrial vessels, disrupts the blood supply and causes the death of endometrium. The endometrium cells are going to be shed off, and stimulates mild rhythmic contraction of uterine myometrium, help the expel the menstrual flow. Whatever the menstrual flow which is formed at the discharge of the blood after the breakdown of this corpus luteum, that will be carried out. What is the changes in the proliferative phase? It begins the concurrent with the last portion of ovarian follicular phase, that is the uterus prepare for fertilized egg. If the fertilization will be take place, it is ready for the fertilized ovum. Endometrium starts to repair itself and proliferate under influence of estrogen from newly growing cells. Estrogen dominant proliferative phase, it lasts from end of menstruation to ovulation peak. Estrogen level triggers LH surge. Surge means here the peak, the high level of the extension of the high level of luteinizing hormone responsible for the ovulation. And secretory phase, that is the endometrium prepare for implantation with increased blood supply. Glands enlarges and secrete glycogen rich fluids. Secretory phase conditions promotes by the progesterone. Here the another hormone that is called as the progesterone, and uterus enters this phase after ovulation when new corpus luteum is formed. The corpus luteum secretes large amount of progesterone and estrogens. Progesterone converts endometrium to high vascularized glycogen filled tissues. Endometrium glands actively secrete glycogen if fertilization and the implantation do not occur. If the fertilization is not happens, then what happens here? The corpus luteum, what is that corpus luteum is there? That is going to be break down, that is going to be degenerates. New follicular phase and menstrual phase is begins again. If the fertilization will be take place, it is leads into the pregnancy and it is carried out with the formation of the fetus in the mother of womb. So see here the stages which are again explained by this timing of the ovarian and the endometrial cycle and how such it will be formed. This is the first stage, that is the number. You can see by this number serial wise. The first one is the follicular phase, and what happens in this follicular phase? The development of the follicles from small size to it become the large Graafian follicles. After that it comes to develop into the ovulation. This is the ovulation period, and development of the corpus luteum. This is the corpus luteum, and after that it has to be, see, the corpus luteum which is developed into the again the luteal phase. It is prolonged with the luteal phase, and degeneration of corpus luteum, how it is going to be vanish, how it is going to be break into the, and absorption or the into the endometrial cells will be take place. And see, after that the level uterine phase or the uterus, that is a degenerate, the thickness. Here the thickness of the uterus wall, you can see that decrease the thickness of the uterine wall. See, as such it is showing, means here at this level the thickness is high, at the peak level here the thickness of the uterine level, yeah, the endometrial will become high, but at this what happened, the decrease the level of the thickness will be take place. Menstrual phase, where the shedding of the endometrial is take place. See this one, the menstrual phase, and after that the proliferative phase, somewhat increasing the number. Here the hormonal secretion will be more, so the progesterone and the estrogen level is going to be increased, but in the menstrual phase it is going to be decrease. What happens in the menstrual phase? The level of the estrogen and the progesterone will be decreases. In the proliferative phase, the level of estrogen and the progesterone hormone will be increases. And what is the secretory or the progesteronal? That is the phase where the thickness of the endometrial wall will be high, and once if the fertilization will be not take place, it is going to be shedding off, it is going to be secreted outside. So that's why again from here the another, you can see from this part, from this region the another new menstrual cycle will begins after this secretory phase. If the fertilization will not take place, as a result from that the new menstruation cycle will be take place. What is the hormonal control of this endometrial cycle? As we know, basically the hormones like the follicular stimulating hormones, that is the growth hormone, which are responsible for the development of the follicles, and the another one is the luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone causes the ovulation development of the corpus luteum. It is responsible for the formation of corpus luteum. Inhibin, in the name itself, it is like a inhibitory. Inhibin in the sense it is the function as a inhibitory hormone. So it is responsible for the decreasing level of FSH and the LH. FSH and the LH are the follicular stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. And what are the estrogens? Stimulate the oogenesis and follicular development. Promotes the proliferative phase. Uterine condition include the expression of uterine progesterone receptors, induce the expression of granulosa cells, luteinizing hormone receptors, secondary sexual characteristics like the breast growth and the during the pregnancy. Estrogen is responsible basically for the development of the oocytes or the female reproductive cells, as a result the formation of the follicular development. And what is the progesterone? Progesterone is the promote the secretory phase uterine condition, suppress the uterine contraction during the pregnancy, promotes the growth of glandular breast tissues but suppresses the milk production. Estrogen secreted first from the follicles, then from the corpus luteum. Progesterone secreted from the corpus luteum. Where from it is secreted? It is secreted from the corpus luteum. Luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone secreted from the anterior pituitary. As we know, the pituitary gland consists of the anterior part, anterior pituitary, and the posterior part, posterior pituitary. Estrogen and the progesterone inhibit luteinizing hormone and follicular stimulating hormone. And see, by this graph also you can see that how the level will be changing. The level of that hormones or the plasma construction of the gonadotropic hormone, it is begins, and as such you can see the follicular stimulating hormone, the level how it will be decreases, and then it is in how it will be decreases and start and begin with this at the level of that peak. And see the estrogen level, you can see this is the estrogen, how it will become decreased, and then it leads the production of the progesterone. So the level of the decrease and the increase continuously by to carry out the endometrial and the ovarian cycles. And in this table also you can see what are the hormones which are responsible for that. First is the gonadotropin releasing hormone. It is secreted from the hypothalamus. And where is the target location? Anterior pituitary gland. What is the result? By this hormone stimulate the release of follicle stimulating hormone. This start the follicular phase. And then the another one is the FSH hormone. It is releases from the anterior pituitary gland. It shows its effects on the ovary to produce or to develop the follicles, to stimulate the development of the follicles. Estrogen concentration increase in the blood. It is the target on the hypothalamus, uterus and anterior pituitary gland. It causes its effects on the release of or the increase of gonadotropic releasing hormone, and increase the gonadotropic releasing hormone production. What happens if the gonadotropic hormone release increase or the more in number? It affect on the again anterior pituitary. It affect to release the luteinizing hormone secretions. Sudden increase in the LH in the blood. If it is the more increase in the LH, that is it effect on the ovaries, it causes the ovulation in occurs at the 14th day of the cycle. So ovulation day or the ovulation time of an reproductive cycle is the 14th day of the cycle. The total half equal part of the cycle is that where the peak of these hormones will be take place, or the effect of this luteinizing hormone will be take place. And progesterone and the estrogen concentration in the blood increases. It affect what happens if it is increases in the blood? It show effect on the uterus, it show effect on the hypothalamus. If the estrogen is increases, the decrease the production of gonadotropin releasing hormone will be take place. And decrease gonadotropin releasing hormone production, it shows effect on the pituitary. As a result, decrease the release of luteinizing hormone. And decrease in the LH in the blood, what happened if the luteinizing hormone is less? It shows effect on the ovaries, and corpus luteum is going to be breakdown, degeneration will be take place. Progesterone and the estrogen concentration in the blood decreases, so it affect on the hypothalamus and the uterus. As a result, begins the production of gonadotropic releasing hormone and start over the cycle once again. And endometrium means shedding off the beginning of the menstruation phase. So by this table what we understand, we are understanding about that how the increase as well as the decrease of these hormones like the progesterone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and the follicular cells or the follicular stimulating hormone or the luteinizing hormone, how and it affects on the which part of the reproductive cycle. By this, the level of the hormones, if it is increasing or if it is decreasing, that we are going to be understand. Okay, by this we are end up with this topic. Thank you.